Kim, these really cool shoes have to be yours.
Now there's a
So for those of you joining this class later, I apologize. There is construction going on next door. So there may be some feedback from that. Today, I am bringing in some inspiration from Thich Nhat Hanh. So over the weekend, on the 22nd of 2022, he passed away. And I can't remember how old he was, but I think he was in his 90s.
95.
Yeah, 95. And what a good life he lived. What a great example he was for everyone. And I'm sure you know some of his writings and teachings, but if not, I'm just going to bring a little piece of him into our practice today. He's well known. He worked with Martin Luther King Jr. during the Civil Rights Movement. He was good friends with the Dalai Lama. Like I said, he was a Buddhist monk. He taught peacefulness and mindfulness was really the things that he taught the most. And if you ever want to experience a little bit from his lineage, there's actually a monastery in Mississippi just down the road from us. So if you wanted to go to a monastery based on his lineage, I highly suggest it. I have not been yet because I usually go to the monastery up in Kentucky. However, I know several people from the Half Moon community who go on a regular basis and they rave about it. So I know it has a very good reputation and I know everyone that's been has had a great experience. So with Thich Nhat Hanh passing away over the weekend, I thought this week I would dedicate our practices to him since he's now crossed over the veil. So I'll bring a little bit of his teachings in. The first thing I want to open up the practice with is a quote by him. And he said, "Waking up in the morning, I smile. 24 new hours are before me. I vow to live fully in each moment, and I look to all beings through the eyes of compassion." So how often do we wake up with that type of attitude? Waking up with a smile, waking up excited and grateful that we have 24 hours ahead of us. And then setting the intention to look at everyone through the eyes of compassion. Really, all of his quotes and his teachings and books are amazing, but this one tiny little book called The Miracle of Mindfulness, there's a lot packed into this tiny little book. And this is one that we require for our yoga teacher training. And so if you've never read anything of his, this is one that I would suggest that's super easy. You could read it on the plane. Okay. Easily. All right, so let's go ahead and roll down to our backs. And for now, I would just be, well, let's do this. Let's bring the blocks in and have the soles of the feet together. And then you can go ahead and start in a restorative position with reclined butterfly. Since we're grounding in the beginning of practice, I would suggest maybe the hands are sliding on the belly somewhere. Spreading out the arms so that the shoulders are broad. And you can feel the bellowing effect of the belly as you breathe. And as you close and rest your eyes, I'm going to share with you a reading from this book. This is entitled Quiet Breathing. Let your breath be light, even, and flowing, like a thin stream of water running through the sand. Let your breath be quiet, so quiet that the person next to you cannot hear it. Let your breathing flow gracefully like a river, or like a water snake crossing over the water, instead of being a chain of rugged mountains or galloping like a horse. To master our breath is to be in control of our bodies and minds. Each time we find ourselves dispersed and find it difficult to gain control of ourselves by different means, the method of simply watching the breath can be used. The instant you lie down to relax or sit to meditate, begin observing your breath. At first, breathe normally and naturally, and then gradually let the breath slow until it's quiet and even, and the length of the breath is long. In the moment you lie to relax or sit down to meditate, let your breath become deep and silent. Be conscious of everything that is happening within you. As the Buddhist Sutra of Meditation and Mindfulness says, breathing in, a short breath. I know I'm breathing in a short breath. Breathing out, a short breath. I know I'm breathing out a short breath. Breathing in a long breath. I know I'm breathing in a long breath. Breathing out a long breath. I know I'm breathing out a long breath. Experience the whole breath body. Train yourself by saying it within as you stay watchful of the breath. Train yourself by saying, I'm calming the activity of my breath body as I breathe in. I'm calming the activity of the breath body as I breathe out. Allow your thoughts to quiet down like a pond on which not even one ripple stirs. Breathing in. I know I am breathing in. Breathing out. I know that I'm breathing out. Breathing in. I know for a fact I am breathing in. Breathing out. I know for a fact I am breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. In and out. We're going to be coming back to this mindful meditation throughout our practice. Mindfulness is paying attention on purpose, invoking a deeper state of awareness. Mindfulness is yoga. Well, let's go ahead and inhale, lift the knees and flatten the feet to the floor. We'll grab that strap,
So we'll start off with Padangusthasana A. So draw your right knee in long enough to take the strap over the sole of the foot. Extend the leg up towards the ceiling. Hold both ends of the strap with either hand, pushing the foot up into the fabric. And then exhale, drawing the leg as closely in towards the upper body as possible, finding your edge where you can still comfortably breathe. Breathe into the back side of the leg as you awaken your hamstrings. And test the waters here as you extend your left leg forward and out, down the length of your mat, pressing down through the left thigh, jutting out through your left heel. That does fire up the hamstrings a little bit more, so you may need to back off of the stretch. Breathing in. I know. I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I know. I'm breathing out. Such a simple form of meditation that anyone can practice. And I encourage you, when or if that construction starts, to come back to this and recite it over in your mind as you breathe. Take both ends of the strap now into your right hand. Plug down your left hip with your left hand. Try not to turn or tip the pelvis as you fan the leg open and apart. Push the foot into the strap. Draw that leg in towards the right shoulder in order to find your edge of flexibility. You may not need any more than this. Instead of affirmations today, we're coming back to the breathing in. I know I am breathing in. Breathing out. I know I'm breathing out. You're saying that as you observe the breath, as we hold these postures. Inhale, bring it back up to Padangusthasana A. Bend the knee, remove the strap, sink the right foot down to the floor, keeping that knee bent as you draw the left knee in, hooking that strap around the bottom of the foot, and then sail it skyward. Perhaps seeing if you can go a little deeper, keeping your low back anchored to the ground. Firing the foot up into the strap. And then sliding the right leg long. Toes shining up. Head of the knee facing up. But the thigh bone pressing downward. Breathing in. I know for a fact I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I know for a fact I am breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Sounds and seems so simple. Thich Nhat Hanh would encourage people to practice mindfulness at least for an hour. Build it up to a full day, and then see if you can implement it every day in everything you do. Now, we apply this to yoga all the time. But imagine if we applied it when we were washing the dishes, driving our car, working at our desks, having conversation, walking in nature. Place both ends of the strap into your left hand, abduct the leg away from your center, use your right hand to steady the right hip. Take it a little deeper if that's available for your inner thigh. Breathing in. I know I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I know I'm breathing out. Stay with that. Inhale, lift the leg back up to center. Exhale, bend the knee. And drop the foot to the floor. Take the strap to the side. And then bring your knees in towards your side ribs, tree frog. You're holding your shins. There's a gap between the legs. And then clip your hands right up underneath the knees. Fly the feet up and then rock and roll forward, landing the feet to either edge of the mat. I know sometimes we get stuck. Hold on to your shins. And then as you inhale, we're going to do the seated cat-cow. Starting with cow, shoulders back, heart forward, throat open. Exhale, navel pierces in, arms stretch long, chin to the chest. Inhale, coming forward and through the center of the knee. And exhale, pressing back into the shoulder blades. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Do this 3 more times. Eyes can be open or shut. And then inhale, sit upright, stretch out your left leg, pick up your right foot, and you can transfer the left hand to the foot, right hand to the knee. You can also do the cradle hold like this, and some people enjoy hooking the arms under the calf like this. So you can do any one of those 3 options. And we're going to lift up through the shaft of the spine. And as we exhale, we're going to squeeze the leg in towards our chest. Inhale, uplift. And then exhale, squeeze it a little closer. Inhale, you can back off of that squeeze as you rise. And then exhale, squeeze and hug in. And then go into rock the baby pose. All right, we're going to set the right foot down, slide it out, bend the left knee, pick it up with the left hand, and then you can transfer the right hand to that heel, left hand to the knee. You can choose to hook the arms under or cradle hold. Each side may be a little different, but you're lifting on the in breath and squeezing on the out breath. All right, breathing in. I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I know that I'm breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Rocking the baby.
We'll set the feet back down. We're gonna separate them again. The left shoulder is gonna slide to the inside of the knee, and the hand can just rest on the floor. The right arm's gonna radiate up and off to the right side. And then lift your chest. So in Blissful Flow today, I built them up for Birds of Paradise. It's a really fancy pose. We're not doing that here. But we are gonna do the binding of the arms, and we're just prepping for that here. As you exhale, release the right arm, slip it down towards the inside of the right knee. And then inhale, take the left arm and reach it out and up towards the heavens. If that strains the neck to gaze off in the same direction, you can neutralize the neck and look somewhere else. Reach up dynamically through the left fingertips, and then add a little extra lift to the sternum. And then exhale, bring it down. All right, now we're gonna create the bind. So have your strap circle that behind you. We're gonna try this again. So the left shoulder slips down to the inside of the knee, and we're gonna try to take the hand and tuck it under to find the strap. And if you can't find your strap, if it's too difficult, just leave it out. Don't worry about it. And then we'll reach the right arm up, similar to what we did earlier, except this time we turn the hand. We slide it behind the back. Maybe find the strap to hold. Maybe finding the other hand to grip. And we lift the chest up and we roll the right shoulder back. So this is the type of arm bind that we do at Birds of Paradise. But that's not a gentle pose, so we're just gonna get the element in here. Breathing in. I know for a fact I am breathing in. Breathing out. I know for a fact I am breathing out. You get that rolling in your mind like an affirmation. Of its mindful meditation. Exhale, let's release that. All right, go to the other side. The right arm slips down. The hand slides underneath the thigh, maybe finding the strap. Again, no worries if you can't find the strap. It's just a tool to help to create the bind, but you can just place your hands on your body if that doesn't work out. Turn the left palm away from you, thread it behind, maybe taking a hold of the strap, giving an extra roll back to the left shoulder. Perhaps gripping the hands, creating length in the vertebrae, even though you're leaning the torso. Eyes can be open or closed, but come back to that mindful meditation inspired by Thich Nhat Hanh. Exhale, release that bind. Release the strap. Keep the feet separate and your knees bent. We're going to give a little lift to the hips. If you need to sit on a block for squats, grab it. If squat doesn't work out well for you, you can do bear pose instead. Or you could do the higher variation, the victory squat. Squat is one of the poses we can get into Birds of Paradise with. Again, you're getting the elements in without having to go for the feet pose. if you know and respect Thich Nhat Hanh and his teachings, maybe just give a little reverence now. For the words of wisdom he shared, for the example he set, for the impact he made upon many, many people's hearts and minds. And then drop the fingertips to the floor. We're going to slowly straighten out the legs. We're going to turn the feet to be parallel, but keep them widely apart and fold over like a wide stance Uttanasana. Let your head go, let your arms go. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the entertainer Meatloaf passed away the same day. And it was interesting to me that people were talking about Meatloaf, and I said, yeah, that's terrible, but what about Thich Nhat Hanh? And I was surprised that a couple people that I knew were like, who's that? So I hope that you know who he is, but if you don't, please look him up. And then slowly start to heel, toe the feet a little closer together for Uttanasana. And on your next in breath, go ahead and sweep the arms to your sides and up overhead to upward worship. Palms coming together overhead. Exhale, let your hands come through center. Bow back over into your Uttanasana. It's okay if you need to bend the knees. Inhale, lift up. Hands stacked to the shins or thighs as you extend long through the back. And then exhale, drop back in. Inhale, sweep the arms to your sides and up. Coming to that upward worship. Exhale, hands are going to come down through your center. And then humbly bow again. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or thighs. Extend long through the vertebrae. And then exhale, close back into self. We're going to do one more half sun out. Inhale all the way up to the top. Exhale, hands pass through the heart. Lowering back down towards the feet. No intention to touch. Pause here a moment. Breathing in. I know. I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I know. I'm breathing out. Breathing in. I know for a fact I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I know for a fact I'm breathing out. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, bow out. Inhale, arms all the way up to upward worship. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart space. All right, we're going to do two more active poses before we restore. Let's grab our strap. Let's hold it. We're going to open up the chest. And then we're going to open up the shoulders. So ground your feet, stack onto your legs. Bone stacking, joint stacking. I got to use that instruction from my dad coming up from the couch the other day. Because he was struggling a little bit after he had a nap. I'm like, bone stacking, that's gonna help. All right, inhale, let your arms slowly rise up over. All right, when you're ready, you're gonna lift your arms even higher and start to crank the shoulders back. Start to pull the chest forward. Start to drop the tailbone towards your heels. Start to shift the hips forward. Take a mighty standing backward bend. Lean the neck back just into the safety net here, where it feels comfortable for you, where you feel confident to hold. Breathing in. I know I'm
Breathing in. Breathing out. I know, I'm breathing out. Breathing in, rise to the top. And exhale, lower the arms. Bring the stretch just behind you. Hold it shoulder distance or slightly wider if that's better for you. Loop the shoulders back, lift the arms away from the buttocks, bend your knees, deep, deep, deep. And then slowly fold over your thighs. Let your head spill towards your knees. And let your arms continue to reach up, 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 and away. One last breath. Now drop the tailbone, push deeper into your feet, drop the arms closer to the buttocks, and then use the strength of your legs to build the back to stand. Relax the strap over. All right, we're gonna swap it over to restorative. So since you're standing, you can grab your bolster. Place it down. I'm gonna give you a choice. I like choices. So your first choice is to just lower simply over the bolster like this. Your second choice, however, would be to create a recliner. So I personally have never really enjoyed recliner chairs, but now I do. Now I can appreciate them. Let's see, like this. We had to splurge and get a new couch because our couch was not working for the dogs or my back.
For the dogs.
It wasn't, because it's fabric and they shed.
Oh, okay.
So we ended up getting a leather sectional with hidden recliners. So, you know, you can't tell the recliners until you're ready to use them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's heaven.
Yeah.
So you can create your own recliner here. Now, if you do the recliner, I would suggest the rolled blanket under the knees. If you just go down to your back into that regular back bend, I would suggest taking the blanket over the thighs or covering the whole body. You may need it as a pillow if you need more cushioning for the head. I want to discern which one of those poses you wish to use. Settle in. And I'll be reading from this book to share some of his teachings, not much different than our yogic teachings, but in his words. Making your breath calm and even is called the method of following one's own breath. If it seems hard at first, substitute the method for counting each breath. As you breathe in, count 1 in your mind. As you breathe out, still counting that 1. And breathing in, count 2. Breathing out, count 2. And continue through 10, and then return back to 1 and start all over. Before you begin, continue to listen. This counting is like a string which attaches your mindfulness to your breath. This exercise is the beginning point in the process of becoming continuously conscious and aware of the breath. Without mindfulness, however,
you will quickly lose count. And when the count is lost, this is when you return to 1. And keep trying until you keep the count correct. Once you can truly focus your attention upon these counts, you have reached the point at which you begin to abandon the counting method and concentrate solely upon the breath itself. When we train ourselves this way, in the moments when we're upset or dispersed and find it difficult to practice mindfulness, we can return to the breath. Taking hold of the breath is itself mindfulness. Your breath has a wondrous method of taking a hold of your consciousness. So begin that process now.
Try that mindful meditation. One. Breathe out. One. Breathing in. Two. Breathing out. Two. Continue to 10. Good. Bend the knees. Push down into your palms to slowly rise up or to roll away to the side, depending on what pose you're in. Because I like choices, I'm going to give you a choice of the next one. So you can simply turn your body. And you can use that blanket down under your head or over on top of you to keep yourself warm, or you can move the blocks away. And you can use the blanket to swaddle the legs, tucking it under, so that they stay propped on that pillow. Like this. If the first one you choose doesn't feel quite right, then try the other. Your body may respond better. Second variation. Listen to this music playing in the background. Let your breath be long, light, even breaths. Follow your breath. Be master of it while remaining aware the sentiments of the music, the mood of the music. Instead of getting lost into the music, continue to stay alert and aware of it, but maintaining your alertness and awareness of your breath. Gently inhaling, mindfully say to yourself, I am inhaling. Exhale the same state of mindfulness. I am exhaling. Continue this for 3 breaths. Inhaling. And exhale. For 3. The next few breaths, you're going to extend your inhale and exhale. So deepening the breath, saying internally, I am breathing in a long inhalation. Breathing out, recite, I am breathing out a long exhalation. Breathing in a long inhalation. Breathing out a long exhalation. Do that 3 more times. Now follow your breath carefully, aware of the movement that stems between the belly, chest. And mindfully recite silently to yourself, I am following my inhalation from its beginning to its end. And exhale, reciting, I am following the exhalation from its beginning to its end. And inhaling and following the inhalation from beginning to end. And exhaling and following the exhale from its beginning to its end. Do that at least 3 more times. To complete that, let your breath flow effortlessly. And put a half smile on your face. Still bearing witness to the breath without any technique or recitation. A half smile. Begin to deepen the flow of our breath. Once you deepen your breath, begin to awaken movement in your hands and feet. Feel free to cradle the knees in with your arms. Feel free to rock or sway side to side. Rolling over to one. And coming up to take a seat. Now I'm sitting on a bolster. And for men, you're gonna have your right hand open over your left, thumbs touching. Then the ladies will have our left hand over the right, thumbs touching. This is a mudra for meditation. Let's sit upright, we'll close the eyes. Breathing in. I know. I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I know. Breathing out. Breathing in. Move for a fact. I'm breathing in. Breathing out. I know for a fact. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. In and out. Peace in. Peace out. Bring the hands together to pray. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. If you